You just made a colossal HR mistake. How could this happen? You're always careful. You're always making sure that you're checking your work twice. You work extra hard on making sure that things are right, especially when it comes to the employees you serve. You feel embarrassed. What are you going to do now? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to deal with your mistakes in 5 simple steps, and also talk about our HR hero, Catbert, who made a severe HR mistake and how he overcame that mistake. Let's get started. First, a story about Catbert and the severance pay blunder. One of the Catbert's responsibility was to take care of the closure of a branch of the company in another state. Thus, he had to handle all the severance for the employees that were let go. Catbert was doing great. He was managing his current job responsibilities and also the severance pay for the former employees. He had created a calendar for himself, and he knew exactly when to pay the severance pay and in what month and what date. Meantime, Catbert was asked to go to another facility as he was being promoted to a senior HR business partner. He was going to take over responsibility for that branch. In the transition, Catbert missed the current month severance pay for the 11 employees that were let go. And those 11 employees didn't receive their check. He found out when he received a call from those employees. Needless to say, Catbert was in shock. He felt horrible, embarrassed, and stupid. Those employees needed their checks, and Catbert felt their pain, as he himself said. Not to receive the monies that were promised to them, especially for those who don't have a job yet, is disastrous. Catbert took the responsibility, as he knew he's the one that totally forgot about those checks. He forgot to send the spreadsheet to the payroll department so the checks could be issued. Catbert immediately called his boss and explained the mistake. He took all the responsibility and offered the solution. He went to the payroll department and asked them if they could directly transfer the money in their bank accounts overnight. Although, yes, there was an extra cost in doing that, but it was his mistake, his responsibility. And those former employees need their money. Because he was upfront, his boss and the rest of the HR team was incredibly supportive, offering to join a team call with payroll and do whatever it takes to help Catbert. Catbert boss did let him know that there are consequences to these mistakes and we'll deal with that later. But for now, we have to make things right. While Catbert felt like he made the enormous mistake, he learned from it. His calendar for the deadlines now include the unwritten deadlines and the meetings before the hard date that the checks has to be out. And he does that for all the deadlines of important projects that he has to deliver on. Monies were direct deposited overnight and the employees received their checks the next day. Let's learn from the do's and don'ts from this mistake. What did Catbert do and what he didn't do? What he did do was he accepted responsibility, showed that he did learn from his mistakes and the controls he has put in to make sure that these kind of mistakes don't happen again. He demonstrated that he can stay calm under pressure. And yes, he did call each employee and apologize to them by telling them the truth. It was his mistake. And they were all very understanding. And what he didn't do even matters more. He wasn't defensive or blamed others. He didn't say that, oh, because of the transition, too much responsibility, I wasn't able to do this and that. No, he took the full responsibility. After the mistake was made and all was fixed, he didn't let this affect his job. He continued doing things he excelled at. Now, let's talk about the 5 tips or strategies, if you will, that are going to help you when you make a mistake. Number 1 is fix it and move on. You need to make sure that you made the mistake. You need to understand that and take full responsibility. Let it make you feel awful, disgusted, stupid, whatever else negative feelings that you're going to feel, and then let it go. You still have a job to do. Number 2, become action-oriented. Mistake has been made. Now it's time to let your actions speak louder than your words. You can say that you will fix, you will be careful, but your actions are going to matter from here on. You need to reassure your boss, your coworkers, that you can be trusted again. Mistakes are learning opportunity. Learn, learn, learn. Your ability to be action-oriented and keep doing the things that you need to do and still bring forth new ideas is going to show your boss that you have the resilience power. You need to take this liability and turn it into an asset. Number 3, you are going to need a support network. Very important. Ask them what you can do and how you can become better. You're going to get different perspectives and answers, which are very important. And it's going to reassure you that although mistakes happen, there is always a solution. Sometimes you can't see the solution because you are in the middle of a blunder. Your network is going to help you grow and become better. Very important to have a network of people that you trust. Tip number 4, make sincere apologies to those who were affected by your mistake. It may take a long time to heal the damage, depending on the mistake or error that was made. You broke someone's trust, and the consequences could be dire. You need to apologize. Lastly, tip number 5, you need to be visible. You've made the mistake, you've dealt with it now. Now it's time to get out there and do your day-to-day job and focus on things to come. Your mistakes are not a sign of you being weak. In fact, if you did the right thing, that shows that you have the emotional intelligence to do the right thing, no matter how big the mistake is. When you're more visible, you show that you haven't given up. In fact, your boss, your coworkers, colleagues, the employees you serve will see that as you being strong. So those were the 5 tips. And again, you don't have to remember any of those. I am going to include a PDF that you can download from the link below in the description. Hopefully, I'm making a difference in your professional life. There are a lot more videos to come. If you have a suggestion or a topic that you would like us to make a video on, please let us know in the comments. And do subscribe, like our videos. That'll help us grow. And we are going to be bringing a lot more to this channel, not just tips, but also reviews and tutorials on various HR-related software and books and so forth. Stay tuned for that.